Hello and welcome to the FSL Wild Rift Showdown featuring League of Legends Wild Rift. I am your caster, Omo, bringing you the Wild Rift Showdowns. Of course, it's supported as always by Yahoo and Intel, doing great things behind the scene to help out Wild Rift as well as FSL. So I'll be solo casting for now, but hopefully this is not going on for too long. We have another great caster joining us in a little bit. She's just fixing her internet right now while all of this is going on. And I think we have a bit of a bracket for you guys to take a look at while we get ready before we get into it. We're going to have some very exciting games for you today. We're going to be having 5 games for you today. It is, of course, the second and last day of the group stages here. We're going to take a look at all of these teams face off one time. It is, of course, a best of 1 round robin, so they're only going to play each other once, and the top 2 teams, based off their points, based off their win-loss, will make it to the grand finals on Saturday. Now, of course, we do see Team MaiLinh with 2 points right now. Other than that, it's still pretty close across the board. We'll have to see how the day plays out today. 5 matches for you guys, and hopefully we'll come true with a clear favorite here going to the grand finals. Alright, so with that in mind, I think the players, they're going to be getting ready soon. We'll be getting into game very shortly. We'll take a look at the draft and all that before we do, of course. Thank you guys for watching once again. This is a bit of a fun time for us because it's going to be a show match. It's not relevant for any seeding. It's not here for any I don't know, tournament points for next split. Nothing like that, nothing of that sort. It's just going to be mixed and matched teams as well, which is always super fun to watch. We're not going to see standard teams, and I think it's going to be really fun to see how our players adapt to that. Playing with teammates other than their own, speaking in multiple languages is always going to be something fun to look out for. We have players, of course, coming in from Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, and I do believe the draft is ready, so let's take a look at that. Because this is the FSL Wild Rift Showdown, and our first match will be Team Shashalala, that name always gets me, and Team MaiLinh, who I do believe right now are sitting with 2 points, while Team Shashalala are still at 0 points. So fighting for their tournament lives right now, they really need to get a win here. While Team MaiLinh, I do believe if they get a dub right now, they might just immediately qualify, immediately seed themselves into the finals. So a lot of stakes riding on this one, and we'll have to see how it plays out. Now, draft is beginning. Riven is banned away. I think that one makes a lot of sense. It is one of the most broken champions right now on this patch. I think across the board, whether in the Baron lane, whether in the jungle, you just want to ban that one away. Jarvan, one of the strongest early game champions, early game junglers, and one of the best tank top laners. And of course, you're going to get rid of the Zed as well. We saw at the Horizon Cup how broken Zed could be in the right hands. Even when playing from a bit behind, he can just come into a team fight, 1 versus 5, and kill everybody. Camille being banned away, Ahri, Ziggs, pretty standard bans here from the side of MaiLinh, getting rid of some solid first picks. Well, except the Ahri, right? And we have the Galio first pick locked in for Team Shashalala here. It always confuses me how many Shahs and how many Las there are in the name, but we'll figure it out as we go along. We see some Fioras being hovered right now. I think that's a great pickup. This pick has been banned a lot recently in the competitive meta, with Riven banned away, with Camille banned away. I think it's great to have a Fiora picked up here. Right, I do believe our co-caster will be joining us in just a second. We're just sorting out some technical difficulties, and we'll see how this goes when we manage to grab her into the call. Olaf, Rakan. Olaf, Rakan just being picked up, just very strong picks, pretty standard for the first few phases of draft. We all, well, of course, have Olaf Renekton didn't get locked in. That one's a bit curious. I kind of expected to see something like Lulu. Alright, and I do have word that our co-caster has joined us. Welcome to Tash Bunny. Welcome aboard the FSL Wild Rift Showdown. How are you doing today?
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me. So sorry I had a technical difficulty just now, but thankfully I am here. This will be my first time casting with Omo. Do you pronounce your name Omo
Yeah.
or OMO?
That's right, almost.
Omo.
You got it. Yeah, you got
Okay,
it.
so it's really exciting seeing the picks and bans here. As far as I know, when you mentioned Lulu just now, I was really expecting to see that, but not seeing that is weird. Why do you think this is a thing?
Yeah, I think they just want to secure the Renekton pick. They don't want to risk a scenario where VEC, they pick up the Fiora jungle and they get the Renekton top and there's really no answers left. I think they just wanted to avoid getting choked out of the Baron lane pool. That's probably their top process here.
That makes absolutely a lot of sense. But the thing is, when you look at the compilation for Shalala, the name is so
Yeah,
long.
it's a confusing name.
Yeah, for Shashalala. There
It's
we go.
two Shas, two Las.
Yes,
You got it. Yeah.
Shashalala. When you see that comp right now, Galio, Olaf, Renekton, I would say that while Renekton isn't that like beefy or tanky, but looking at the first two though, it gives them it's very strong picks. I feel when while VEC MaiLinh, they're more of like high damage, super high damage. But
Oh, yeah.
when you put it in a perspective where how Shashalala builds, and they build in a way that they can soak all that damage, would it be really hard for them, for VEC MaiLinh, to do anything about it? What do you think?
Yeah, that's a very good point, right? And I think to follow up on that, in the early game, in the mid game, with the comp that Shashalala's team has right now, if they just dive into MaiLinh's team comp, it can be extremely hard for them to do anything.
Exactly.
But I feel like the big key pick here is the brand, right? Give him some time, give her some items, maybe she'll start to burn them alive.
Yes! Oh my god, a brand when built really well. I think one thing that's great about brand is his potential to kind of like pick at the HP, especially if you go against tanks. You don't let them come by close by, but you are like slowly poking them bit by bit, and by the time they want to initiate, they don't have any HP. That's when they can strike, and I feel that's really, really good. And for now though, if you look at MDH MaiLinh and GS Hellgirl, we're seeing a Kai'Sa pick and a Katarina pick. Kai'Sa's really good because of how mobile she is, how fast her attacks. No, we may be seeing something else.
Yeah, they're thinking about it. They're thinking.
I was really excited to see Kai'Sa though.
It's always fun to see Kai'Sa, and I think it's not too bad in this game as well, but I guess they just want a bit more scaling here. They already have a lot of scaling,
They
right?
do.
The brand, the Fiora, but they want more. They're doubling down on that one.
But this is really scary, their comp. It's a very high damage, squishy comp. And
Yeah.
how do you think they'll fare against a team that has Renekton, which has a gap closer, and even a stun? And then you have a Galio with great initiate, with also great what do you call it? The taunt, the knock up as well, and Olaf who could just chase till the end of days. You have a Senna. Can we see our beautiful bot lane lovers? Are we gonna see that? Please. Come on.
We'll have to see what Gambling wants to go for here.
Oh no. Yes. Oh,
okay. More dive, right? It
this
fits
is
their
a
team comp
really
so
scary
far.
comp. Not gonna lie,
Yeah,
this is
it
a
is.
very scary comp, especially against their high damage comp. This is extremely terrifying.
Oh yeah. I think if you look at the team comp on the side of MaiLinh right now, there's no real tanks except that Xin Zhao, and that's something they kind of
Xingqiu isn't
identified
really
as well,
that
right?
tanky if you think about it, if you compare it to like Olaf and even Galio.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough for sure, but what I don't really like is they don't have anything to really support the Olaf. I feel like if you have a
Yes.
Lulu, if you have something that can buff the Olaf up a bit, she can really take over this game.
It's true. It's absolutely true. The Lulu's, the the ultimate is just ridiculous. And when you have the ultimate, the knockups with Diana's pool, it's hard for them to even counter if you think about it. However, that is not the case. So it's not as scary compared to having a Lulu, but still scary enough though.
Yeah, it could be worse, right? It could be worse, but thankfully for the side of MaiLinh, it's not too bad right now. Now, I do want to talk about, like, we've talked a lot about what Shashalala's team comp can do, right? It's gonna dive into you, it looks very scary. But what can MaiLinh's team comp do right now? I think they have pretty good wave clear, they have pretty good scaling, and if Fiora gets some items, the split push is gonna be really scary here.
It absolutely is, but they just need to know that they need to keep their distance. If Team Shashalala does do an all-in, even if one of them gets caught out, that's the end. That's it. They have to leave that person because they would not survive in all-out team fight, because what's lacking from their team is the fact that they lack a lot of CC, they lack a lot of knockups and all that kind of stuff that can really, really help control the crowd compared to Shashalala.
Yeah, and that's a great point, right, Tash? And I think that emphasizes as well the burden that we see on Claria. This Rakan is basically their only source of crowd control. It's
Exactly.
definitely their only source of AoE crowd control. So a lot of work needs to be done by this Rakan to really make sure the wombo combo here lands, to make sure the AoE from the brand, from the Corki, really gets on the members it needs to.
Exactly. And one thing though, that another thing that can work is that if Fiora does, maybe she does get hit, she can go very crazy. It is a possibility that they are wanting to build around the idea that their Fiora can go crazy. Is in a way that, oh my god, the initiation's already happened, and you can see there they are just
Boss.
chunking at Chimney, but Chimney is just gonna walk away so happily. Nothing's gonna happen yet.
Yeah, cheeky little level 1 start there. We said we needed to see a lot from Claria, and right from the get-go, she proves us right.
Right?
She gets the knockup. But something that is a bit sad to me as a viewer and as a former League of Legends player, in this game, when you look at Lucian, it's possible for him to miss piercing light when he's clicking
Yeah.
it
Oh
on.
my
It's so
god,
sad.
Claria! She is just. I'm so sorry to cut you off, but like
No worries.
she is just so ballsy would be the right word for that.
Yeah.
She's not scared to initiate if she gets, and you know the thing is, if MaiLinh is able to kind of like follow up with extra damage, say maybe wait level 3 perhaps when the damage does come in, or perhaps she does get hit, it's gonna be an insta death for Lucian.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with that, right? We see the Ignite here on Claria as well, the Aerie there for a little bit more damage, a little bit more shielding.
Oh wait,
some
but
action in the
Mayan
river.
in trouble. He is already stunned. He might be going out so low right now.
Oh,
And
no.
yes, will it happen? First blood already out. Ray can't even do anything to help.
And Mayan got a bit too aggressive there. No bot lane priority means that she just gets collapsed on. And Claria, once again, so much pressure on her to make things happen. And she's doing it. She backs up a jungler first with the lane prior that she got.
Yeah, that's right. And the thing is, that was just so great how they collapsed
Yeah.
into it. They were like, okay, she's there all alone. Let's all just come by. And I think because there was no pings as well from the other lanes, so they didn't know that they were all collapsing into them.
Oh,
But I
no.
think Kay is now in trouble. Mayan once again gonna get caught out here. Ray tries to help. It's 2-on-3. Mayan solo gonna be a second
Oh.
and a third. Ray now alone flashes out, gets chased by Hellgirl, takes a little bit of turret damage, but not enough to do anything just yet.
Yeah, but this is still a win here for Team MaiLinh. Mayan falls again, Flash having to be burned by both Shasha as well as Ray. And this just means there's more of a timing window here for MaiLinh's team to start taking over the game even more
no,
than
she
they already
goes in.
have.
Ray is just too ballsy, but the shield does come out. She checks it out, but
Wow.
no, Brad, you're in trouble. But Ray knows he's gonna go down. Tries to go to turret.
Did she
but
lag
not
out?
fast enough.
That was a bit unfortunate there. It was a great play from Ray to start that one off, getting the solo kill onto Lenore as well as burning her flash, but realizes, I think, at the end there that she was dead anyway, so you might as well get some turret damage down.
Exactly. I think she was hoping that she would die to the turret. While it does
Yeah.
go to Brand, it doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing, but the jungler got it instead. And now the jungler is just so way ahead compared to Olaf.
Yeah, that's the big thing to look out for right now, right? Because this jungle matchup is quite volatile. Both of them want to fight. So if either one of them gets a lead, like we're seeing right now for Tomairu, this could be quite disastrous for Mayan.
Yeah, that's right. And honestly, we were looking in the pick and ban. It just looks so great for Shashalala. I mean, when you look at
Yeah.
it, they had like the perfect comp, CC, everything else
Oh,
in team.
no.
But now Claria though gets into Chimney, but it's gonna be 3 versus 2. The jungle is now here. Chimney running for his life. Gambling tries to help. But the thing is, I think Gambling may be going on. Yes, he does. Chimney all alone.
No,
He
Chimney!
tries to go a little bit too aggressive here. They can actually dive this, but she'll be able to heal up, no problem here. With a huge wave here, maybe she'll be able to catch up.
Yeah, she will just be able to farm this one up. That's the silver lining here for the side of Team Shashalala. Well, the name keeps showing me off. Shasha keeps getting leads for herself in the Baron lane as well, despite the early game not going in her favor. So it's not over yet for the side of K. It's still a bit of a dangerous situation, but they're starting to find momentum to come back into the game, despite losing players in early skirmishes. Getting Rift Herald now, that's going to be huge.
Yep, that's right. This is a very early Rift Herald, and this will definitely give a lot of advantage to them, especially when you look at in terms of gold. They're doing pretty well, but the thing is, you can see MaiLinh, they're just responding. They're like, okay, it's fine. You get Rift Herald. We're just gonna get Dragon here, and it's gonna be uncontested.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a nice little trade there. They try to make some plays onto Helgo, but it's gonna be so hard to dive this
Oh, it
Fiora.
might
They
be
just
able
want the
to
turret.
happen though. Gambling's here as well, and there she's probably hit. But the thing is, they're actually responding on bot lane as well. So
Yeah.
while they take top lane, bot lane may be going down for the other team.
This is dangerous. They're going to Helgo. Nice use of the stun hold.
Oh, that's right. Here we go. Brad, though, tries to set it up, tries to help her out. Hellgirl, they'll be
Oh.
going back, but he does take a lot of damage. Shasha, okay, almost getting knocked out there, but I think they'll be getting out no problem at all.
Yeah.
But look how much they've pushed in on the bot lane. The thing is, while they do get the top lane with the Rift Herald, I feel like it's a win for MaiLinh within because they were
Yeah.
just able to just respond. If they take top, they take bottom, and they're just responding to everything they do.
Yeah, exactly. They're trading and they're getting advantages out of these trades, right? Team Shasha, they spend so many resources in the Baron lane to try to get a kill and the turret. They weren't even able to get the second Rift Herald back down, so they only get one turret in exchange for a kill as well for the side of MaiLinh. So it's definitely looking a bit better for the red team. But I will say, the silver lining right now, the gold that you funneled into Shasha, that's gonna help a lot. 300, 400 gold lead right now. It's nothing huge, but it's gonna delay the Fiora power spike by a significant
Yes,
amount.
absolutely. Because we did say that Fiora can be very, very scary, especially hit. And I think that's what they were trying to avoid happen. But Kay will be coming to bot lane, trying to stop the rate of terror that might be coming from Helgo. But mid lane fight here,
man.
but the one that'll be going down, it'll be Lucian though. But did you see how Claria is just so calm on how
Yeah.
she moves forward, just takes it? Like there's no hesitation. She just goes for it.
She goes for it. She's all over the place. She has the proto belt. She's just gonna make these aggressive engages time after time. And we said, right, this is what we call it. We needed to see her pop off, and she's doing exactly that. Together with Tomaru, together with Lenore, they've been everywhere right now.
Yeah.
And Team Shasha is starting to look dangerous for them.
It looks absolutely scary, but now, you know, look at Olaf. The ult has been popped, but he's just gonna pop it to clear out the lane. He's really low already, and this was the poke potential we were talking about in the beginning as well. Chimney, though, when you look at Chimney, in terms of gold compared to Corki, he is way, way behind.
Yeah, Chimmy's not having a great game, but what I do love from her is that she's not afraid to keep dashing in. It fails a couple of times, but she has the daringness to just keep going back in,
Yeah.
try to get the aggressive trades down. Hopefully they find something here. Hopefully they defend the turret,
I don't
stop
think
the
they
bleeding.
can though. While I know the ultimate for has been popped out, but look at this 4 versus 2 over here. Todd does come out, but look at Claria immediately goes for Chimney, the priority that
Olaf's
you see there.
here.
But right now you can see there, Olaf tried to come by, didn't get a kill, but look at the turret so low right now. I think Porky tried to finish it off, but not quite enough to. But they'll be back though. It's just one hit.
They will definitely be back.
It's just one hit away. They're just probably so frustrated. Like, we could have finished it off. It didn't work.
One less auto onto Chimney and one more auto onto the turret, and they would have gotten that for sure.
Exactly. They got a little bit too greedy there, I think.
Yeah.
But it's okay though, because they are still ahead regardless, and Chimney is still behind. And I can see that Chimney is trying to solo farm as much as she can throughout different lanes. But you see, wherever Chimney goes, there's always someone there to stop her.
Yeah, she's not really getting much of the
There we
resources
go!
right now.
She's
Oh,
in trouble
no.
now, gets dashed in. Ultimate from Corky will finish her off. So unfortunate, and that's exactly what I said. Chimney is behind. They're like, we're not gonna give her 1 ounce of chance to even make a comeback.
Yeah, there's a bit of a desync coming through from the side of Team Shasha as well.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And right now, though, second Rift Herald is out and will be taken out from the side of MaiLinh here. And it's just I don't think that they can do anything about it. They can't do anything. Look at Mayan is just trying to farm, but wherever he goes, there's always someone there waiting for him. But it's gonna be a few
Shasha,
fight
though,
here.
is a good angle.
Shasha got caught out, but look at Claria gets 3 after the knockup. Ultimate does come out, and look at that. Rayer almost goes down, and so does Chimney. And you can see that they are actually prioritizing. But why did Gambling go back inside? Was there a miscommunication there?
Oh no, that's a bit of a disastrous situation for Team Shasha. It looked good for a moment. Ray hit the big moonfall, but there just wasn't enough follow-up damage.
Exactly, the damage is just too low. They are just way behind, and it's gonna be a free dragon for them as well. But I think MDH wants to contest this, tries to snipe it. But look at Claria though, moves to the back, immediately does his knock-up, sorry, just to make it stop. And I think the awareness from Claria is that Claria knew that there's a lot of responsibility on her, and whatever she's been doing is just basically snowballing the entire team.
Yeah, like we keep pointing out how she's the only engaged, she's the only source of AoE crowd control, and she's been doing that extremely well. There was a massive 3-4 mana ultimate as well to knock out multiple members of Team Shasha. If only Bran was in position there, I think they would just have all died to the Pyroclasm. Unfortunately, a bit not on the same page, but still, big wins for Team MaiLinh across the board.
Yeah, that's right, but the bot lane turret does go down, the first one at least, but we can see an aggressive pusher coming from mid lane. And you can see that they are actually already picking for Chimney, and Chimney's like, yeah, I need to go back. I know they're gonna die me.
Yeah, Chimmy, I think she has a lot of experience with this at this point. They've been really picking on her this game, just constantly camping the Lucian, not giving her a chance to find leads, to play aggressively, and this has been a very tough game for her. So she needs to find somewhere to farm up, right? That's the point you've been trying to make, right?
Yeah, exactly. And also another thing as well, I think Galio can't really do anything against Claria or even anyone else because in a way, because the way that they're playing, right? If you notice like how team fights go, Claria is immediately jumping to the carry. Claria is immediately going for the backline. And that is just really great to see how they are really focusing on what they need to do. But the thing is, mid lane though, we're gonna see a push back from the side of a Shashalala, but it's not gonna happen because the whole team will be rotating back to mid, not allowing that to happen.
Yeah, just so much control from Team MaiLinh. They're all over the map. They're pushing mid.
How are they doing this?
They're just playing very well with the gold lead that they have. They're catching waves at the right times, they're grouping at the right times, and their lead just allows them to play so aggressive in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I was talking earlier how I would love to be a Kai'Sa, but now that I'm seeing her play Corki, it's like, I think this is definitely better. It's 100% better. Gambling, though, a little bit too deep in there, but does not do anything. Ray just tried to get a little bit of damage there to everyone, but misses. And the thing is, look at where everyone is right now. They're just splayed out across the map properly. They're making sure that all the waves are pushing in toward blue side.
Yeah, and something we gotta keep in mind as well, Tash. We touched on this a little bit. Team MaiLinh, they have the scaling advantage. They're not in a rush to do anything at all. They have Corki, they've got Fiora. They can just chill with the lead that they have. And look at the map, right? Team Shasha, they're playing so pressured right now. They feel a need to find picks.
Yeah, they're looking for picks. They are just starved of gold. And Chimney is just like, oh my god, finally it's pushing in. But the thing is, Corki actually had to move out of there. Oh no, so unlucky. But for now though, someone does get caught out. It's gonna be K. K tried to farm, Flash does go out. But look at the synergy from MaiLinh. That was beautiful.
They were just ready to go. They read her every move. Claria was even waiting in the wings to try to back up right there. Now Ray in trouble.
Yep, that's right. Gambling does come in to help her out. Ray's really low.
Oh,
but look at the ultimate coming out though from Chimney. Not enough to knock anyone down, but oh my god, a little bit more. Ray would have just gone back to the waiting room.
Yeah, a little bit more to picking up Ray. That Shonya's Hourglass, that stopwatch was so pivotal to keep her alive right there.
It's gone for a little while, and if they don't, and I think if MaiLinh is smart, they would definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah, for sure. The 10 seconds to the dragon. Ultimates are going to be up earlier for Team MaiLinh, so they will be able to just get in position to pick that one up on spawn, which is going to be so disastrous for Team Shasha because that will be the third dragon here for Team MaiLinh.
Yep, that's right. And it's actually Infernal Drake as well, one of the scarier ones to actually get. And I don't think that they'll be... Oh, they are going to be contesting this, but if they wait any longer, it's going to be really hard for them to do anything. And they don't have a single dragon. They need to do something about it. But the thing is, they're too late. The hesitance. Do you see the hesitance there? They're just too scared to go in. But for now, though, they don't go in. They will be fighting this. And the hesitance will be just peeing off. And oh my god, Olaf one hit away from just dying right over there. But Ray, though, will be the one caught out. Will be going to the turret. And the dive does come in. Claria not scared at all to tank turret. She's just like, I don't care if I die. So long as my teammates get the money and the kills, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's the true support live, and Claria is doing exactly what she needs to do. Once again, Team Shasha, they're not on the same page. Renekton wasn't there to help them out, but they still tried to commit to the fight. But Team MaiLinh, they just do so well in these team fights. This Fiora is just unable to take over, and Shasha, she's trying her best to cut the weight.
They're even low HP, but she ain't care. She's just like, I'm gonna go for it. Shashalala though does try to run away. Ultimate does get popped out. It's gonna be a 4-on-1. It's a massacre. Goodbye, Renekton.
Oh, that's a bit of an unfortunate situation. It was a commendable effort there, but I think we got to call Steve Owen because someone just really is picking on these crocodiles all game long.
Man.
It's a tough situation to be in. Oop,
oh,
the
no.
game.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to be coming back to the casters for a little bit. The game is in a bit of a, well, we're not going to be able to see what happens for the next couple of minutes, but Tash, I think given what we've seen already, we kind of know what to expect.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's pretty one-sided though, and while it is unfortunate, it's the first match, no problem, but it's just like we were just talking in the during picks and bans how scary Shashalala's team was, and the thing is, and I have to take it all back. It's just that they're just not able to do anything early. They gave away whatever chance they had early. If they were able to shut them down early, this wouldn't have happened.
Exactly right. They needed to find something in the early game, in the mid game. They needed to find some kills, get the snowball going, but they weren't able to do so.
Right.
And MaiLinh's team comp just took over.
Yep, that's right. And what's even worse is that the high damage, despite they just can't go tanky. They are just so starved for gold. They can't get the items they need. So it's basically just like, if they're able to get a pick or actually capitalize on a mistake, then we may be seeing a comeback. But I highly doubt that. From how they play, how they rotate, how they communicate, is just so perfect.
Yeah, and I guess there's a reason as well that this MaiLinh team is sitting at the top of the scoreboards right now. 2 points. They're the only team with 2 wins so far. If they take this win as well, they'll have 3 points, and I think that seeds them directly into the grand finals.
Exactly, and honestly, it's just so dominating, and I just
yeah.
I'm not surprised if they do make it, but I really have to give this to Claria as well as to Claria. She just made sure that from the beginning she was getting the picks to make sure that her teammates are fed. She was also one of the, if you notice how she played support, she was actually roaming around, making sure in the jungle, giving as much information as she can where Olaf was, and it's just so quick to follow up or initiate. And if you saw earlier as well, Olaf, so starved for gold, gets caught out twice early, and to the point where if I'm not mistaken, they were able to text a bit of they were able to take some of the parts of jungle from Shashalala as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, the most important thing there was they controlled the double scuttle, right? And once the Olaf fell behind from that, they just took over the whole map. And that's just Team MaiLinh playing so incredibly in sync.
Yeah, that's right. And honestly, it's just so great to see how dominating they are. But sometimes I wish there was a little bit more fight, though, because it was already pretty much from the beginning of the game. And if you saw Claria as well, even from level 1, she was already ready. She was like, okay, I'm gonna be like the best support you ever had, you know? I'm gonna be your pocket Rakan and just get you so many kills, get you so fed. And then like once her ADC is fed, she's like, okay, you know what? You can stay here. I'm gonna go somewhere else and go help another lane get fed as well.
Yeah, just playing so in sync, they just seem like they're on the same page, right? When Claria goes roaming, MaiLinh knows when to back off, when to go for farm. When they're playing together, they play aggressively. And I think a lot of this comes back down to the level 1 that we saw from Claria as well, right? So aggressive on that Rakan, making it work.
Also, another reason why is that if you saw the hesitancy coming from the side of Shashalala as well, we are actually already seeing that from level 1, especially after Claria was already going on the aggressive. You saw Chimney going a little bit more passive. You saw Galio had to move back because she wasn't sure whether she should go on the aggressive or not. But personally, for me, if you're going to be playing a Galio with your gap closer, you're kind of like a Rakan in a way, a tankier Rakan. You could be able to utilize that, but the hesitancy there may just be the issue. But it looks like they already have Baron.
Yeah, we're back into game, but it's not a good time, and I don't think we're gonna be in game for much longer. Baron and bot for Team MaiLinh right now as they're marching on the base doors here, Tab.
Yep, that's right. First middle turret does go down, and you can already see there Toymaru does take a little bit of damage. But Toymaru though, I don't think she's really worried. She's like, I have a shield, I have a guardian angel. You ain't gonna see me gone.
Yeah. There's not really much they can do to take her down. She's 4 items on the Xin right now. Huge lead in the jungle. And that's top and mid both gone.
Yep, that's right. All that's left is just the Nexus, and they're trying to push in, but unfortunately not quite enough since everyone is there. Turtle shelling the entire base. But look at Meian though, MDH Meian, she's just solo pushing top lane, and they're not worried at all because it's all alone and two people are coming down to deal with her. But for now though, I thought it was going to be a team fight over here on the blue side jungle. It's not going to happen, but Meian in trouble! Ooh, look how scary that Fiora is. That's the Fiora I was talking about!
Yeah, it took us a bit of time to get there, but the Fiora timer has ticked down enough. She's scaled up, she's got the items, but it was a nice little attempt. It's a bit of consolation prize, but at least they pick up MaiLinh's Cocky. At least they stall the scaling of their Cocky for a bit longer. At least
Yeah.
they defend the base for another 30 seconds here.
Yeah, I mean anything can happen, but the
Oh
only
yeah.
turret available right now is bot lane. And it looks like Fiora and Xin Zhao will be aggressively pushing that out as well. They're gonna be trying chunking that out as well. And look at where Claria is. She's all alone in the jungle, just like trying to make sure she can get as much information as she can, putting in as many wards. But look at that, Chimney may be in trouble. Claria gonna go in. The cleanse comes
Oh
out a bit
no.
too early though, Chimney. Looks like it might be the end. Will it be? Yes, it will. Godlike
no.
for Xin Zhao, but gambling a bit too late with the ulti. That prototype belt does go out. Double kill. Ray Ray will be next. Will it be? Not quite enough, but Galio will be next though. Ray Ray with the shields, and Tomairo does go down so low. No, it's a five. But the Guardian Angel will be there to save the day. Hell girl!
Oh my god,
Hellgirl so
two Guardian Angels here. That will be the game going over to the side of Team MaiLinh. It was a very dominant one. They played it so well, Tash. We talked about how they wanted to scale, but they were just dominant from the early game. Really impressive
Yes.
performance.
It looks like they already knew how they wanted to play this already from the picks and bans. While I was there, kind of like already seeing like this doesn't look so good, especially because you know the CC and all that coming from the side of of blue, but by Shashalala. But
Yeah.
that's the thing, they weren't even able to use it all together. Did you notice that?
Yeah, they never were able to use the wombo combo a single time in this game. And honestly, from start to finish, there was really no real team fights if we think about it. It was just
No,
little
it
skirmishes here and
was
there.
little skirmishes and just straight up dominance and massacres.
Yeah, yeah.
I felt so bad. Claria, though, so aggressive. And you saw her just roaming around alone. She wasn't even scared. I think when it comes down to that, I think it's because the amount of trust Claria has in her teammates. It's
Yes.
like, even though I'm so deep over here, if something's gonna happen, I know you guys are gonna rotate real fast and just come for me. And I think that's why she's able to play that aggressively. And look how starved Chimmy was.
Yeah, Chimney definitely didn't have a lot of go. Both Olaf as well as Lucian, right? They are
Yeah.
very early game champions. They need to find leads. The moment they fall behind, it's gonna be so difficult for them to play. And honestly, we talk a lot about Claria, but Tomaru has been instrumental as well
Oh,
in setting the
absolutely.
tempo of the game.
Yeah, Tomaru making sure getting those 2 kills early on Olaf really snowballed it. They just to the point where, you know, without the jungler, without a functioning jungler, it's so hard for their teammates to do anything. No one's helping in lane. Everyone was struggling. It felt like every single lane was actually losing to mainland, if you think about it. And it was to the point that I think the jungler was like, oh, do I farm? No, there's no farm. Do I go to lane and help? Oh no, Hell Girl is there. Oh sorry, Jinjiao is there. They can't do anything.
Well, there
Can't
was
win.
one good moment where they got the Rift Herald, so that was a bit of a silver lining for them.
That was.
Ultimately, though, it wasn't really enough, or was it?
No, because the thing is, Mayan was just so quick in the response.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, they're taking that. That's fine. Leave them. We'll take a
trade.
dragon instead.
Yeah.
And I think the prioritizing of the dragon was also really good as well. Like you saw 3 dragons, and not only that, in Infernal as well, uncontested. That's just the end.
Yeah, just really dominant stuff here, and I do believe that means that Team MaiLinh will go on straight to the playoffs. With that in mind, though, we have 4 more matches coming for you guys to determine who's gonna be likely meeting them in the grand finals. We're gonna go for a short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for more Wild Rift action.